What is a born loser? Between the time you first toddle across a nursery and the time you last stumble into a nursing home, you are certain to step on a low form of human life called a born loser. It's unavoidable. Born losers are always underfoot, waiting to get hit on the head by every misfortune the rest of the world drops. Some people waste years trying to help born losers change their luck. But it's useless, because born losers are born to lose, and they merely transform those who attempt to do something about it into losers themselves. Born losers drive their psychiatrists into psychosis, their employment counselors into unemployment, and their driving instructors into ambulances. Head on! It's easy to spot a born loser. He's the one who rushes into traffic to rescue a confused puppy and gets a ticket for jaywalking. He's the one whose car horn gets stuck just as he's beginning to make out in a drive-in movie. He's the 999,999th fan to buy a ticket at the ballpark on the day of the 1,000,000th wins a Buick, and the 10,001st to get in line the day 10,000 World Series tickets go on sale. Strange as it seems, the world needs born losers. Somebody has to be the Republican congressional candidate in Lyndon Johnson's home district. Somebody has to pitch for the Chicago Cubs. And somebody has to go to Frank Sinatra's hotel room and tell him the other guests are complaining about the noise. Born losers trade drought-stricken farms for houses in towns that are immediately demolished by flash floods. Born losers never hear prowlers ransacking their living rooms because they're making too much racket upstairs installing burglar alarms. Born losers starve themselves into malnutrition in order to afford the premiums on health insurance policies that cover every illness but malnutrition. Sometimes it almost seems that born losers go out of their way to avoid good fortune. They're lucky enough to get Bob Dylan's autograph, and then unlucky enough to drop it in a mud puddle. They're lucky enough to work for a company with a generous retirement program, and unlucky enough to have the company go bankrupt the week before they turn 65. They're lucky enough to win a summer vacation in Scandinavia, and unlucky enough to be stranded there for the winter by an airline strike. In a way, born losers are to be envied. They seem to be capable of accomplishing things by accident that few of us could do on purpose. Who but a born loser could get his rain check at a called-off doubleheader too soggy to be redeemed? Who but a born loser could find a rare 1894 dime in his change and then put it into a payphone to call home with the good news? Who but a born loser could hit a 270-yard golf shot out of the rough, over a creek, through some trees, onto the green and into the cup of the wrong hole? The nicest thing about a born loser is that he's so predictable. Even before the door prize drawing is held, you know he bought the winning ticket and lost it. Even before he finishes building his new home, you know the state will condemn the land it's on for a thoroughway. And even before he sidestepped that last tackler on his 98-yard touchdown run, you know the whole play will be nullified by the referee. But through it all, the born loser remains a creature of indomitable spirit. He may be the only guy ever to have thieves steal his car and leave the hubcaps. He may be the only guy to amass a great fortune and then invest it in Trans-Cuba Airlines. And he may be the world's only phone subscriber who's forced to share a 4-party line with a bookie joint, a doctor's answering service, and an all-night drugstore. Still, nothing shakes a born loser's conviction in the creed he lives by. Oh well, you can't win 'em all.